Hi again. So we're going to start part 2 of You Can Draw a Toucan. So this is the more realistic version. Still a little bit cartoony, but definitely more realistic than the first one that we did over here. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead again with Sharpie so that you can see this in the video. I'll move this guy to the side. I'm going to go ahead with Sharpie, but definitely tackle this one with pencil first because there's quite a bit more steps, and it's always easier to start and draw light until you get it right, and then you can go ahead and make it darker if you want after. So we're going to start in a very similar way to the first toucan. We're going to do the eye first. So we're going to start with a smaller circle in the center, and then another one in, and as highlight. You can see that. I'll move my Sharpie back. I'm going to color that in. Okay, so that's our first step. Usually, always when we draw birds, you're going to start with the eye. Then from here, we're going to do a curved line right in front of his eye. It's going to be this part of the face. Then we're going to do another bump. Boop, and that's going to be for the bottom. I'm actually going to bring mine up a little bit higher. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the longest part of his beak. So it's going to come from the top here and it's going to go all the way out and all the way down. Toucans have very large beaks. And then I'm going to add in the bottom part. Okay. And then you can go ahead and add in the center part. So right here, I have mine curve and stop a little bit before that. So that's the first couple steps. So take a second, go ahead and get caught up with that. So you're going to do your eye for 2 circles. You're going to add this M shape. The top is bigger than the bottom. Going to add a big long curved line here, a curved line here, and a curved line here. I'll connect mine down. Now we're going to go ahead on and we're going to add the decorations of the beak. So this part, I'll bring this over, if you can see, is this curved part right here. Okay, and then we're going to add in a second line for the center, for the front right here. And if you go out just like I did, just make your line a little bit thicker. Not a big deal. Now the back of the head we're going to start. It comes up and it goes back quite a bit farther than what you might expect. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to go back like this. Making sure you go back far enough is really important so that you have enough room for the rest of the decorations on his face. Okay, so once you have the back of his head done, you're going to add in the back of his body. And this is just going to come out and go all the way down. Okay, so that's about partway through. We're going to add the front of him now. So right here, a little bit of a curved line. So you're going to have his neck. Then you're just going to do his front, and it's just going to come straight down. And if you cover this up, it kind of looks like a bowling pin. Okay, so take a second, get that done. So curved line back and a curved line in the front. We're going to add the decorations to his eyes now. So this first part, you're going to start right about here, right about the same height as the top of his eye. And we're going to go all the way down to his belly. Okay? And then you can connect this part. And I have something under. I have paint under there. So that gave me a bumpy line. But the best part is that this is going to be colored in black. So you can just make your line thicker. Okay, so that's the decoration to his face. Now we're going to move on and we're going to get the wing in. So the wing, I like to make a dot so I know how far up to go to. And you're going to go down on both sides. And it's not super pointy up here at the top. And then about halfway down, you're just going to do what's called a scalloped line. So lots of U's. Continuing on. And just go all the way up. And then down here, you're going to do the rest of his feathers. Okay. So go ahead and do that. And then we're going to start to add in some foliage. So these palm leaves. All right, so for the palm leaves, I'm going to slide this over a little bit. They're wider and they get smaller as they go up. So I'm going to start. And you can make yours straight. You can make yours wiggle like mine. It doesn't really matter. Then this one I'm going to get tricky with, and I'm going to make it go behind him. So then I'm going to kind of imagine where it would continue on the other side of him. Do one up here. They're kind of like flattened triangles. Maybe one right here. Okay. And then for the palm leaves, if you can see, the top part curves like a U, so like a cup, and the bottom part curves down. And they get wider and wider and wider as they go. They're just curved triangles. So I'll show you how to start. So just like that. It's just a curved triangle. Then I'm going to skip a little space. Make another one. Skip a little. Make another one. Skip a little. Make another one. And you're just going to keep going down. And getting wider. And wider as you go. So these curve like this. These curve this way. Now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to curve down for the next set. And you can start at if you want to start up here and go a little bit big, that's fine too. Whatever you feel most comfortable doing is what's right, because it's your artwork. Okay, so that's our first palm leaf. I'm going to go ahead and do these. And you'd still continue it down here, because even though you can't see the tips of them, they're still there. That one. I would kind of imagine where it would continue. Okay, moving on up to the top. These kind of remind me of the teeth of the anglerfish that 5th grade drew last week on here. And we'll give this guy some more. Load on the top. And then finishing, I'm going to move my paper. Actually, I'll try to do it straight for you. But if you need to turn your paper, just like when you're cutting, do whatever works best for you. And there you have it. And I'll be right back with the tutorial on coloring him in.